Hey, yo, what's up guys? My name is John Bonilla, better known in the fighting game community as jonyfraze. I'm an OG fighting game player, fight stick collector, repping Northern New Jersey and the greater New York City area. I'm the proud owner of JXK Designs, B&B Fight Sticks, and Espada Fight Sticks. I'm also the organizer of Rival Fools, which is an online and offline local event that helps bring my local community together. Red Bull just tapped me to build my version of the most intimidating fight stick for Tekken legend Anakin.
Hey John, Anakin here. As a Tekken 7 Pro, you know I need as much of an advantage as possible when going into competitions, and that includes mental warfare. Sometimes just having the skills and practicing a lot can only get you so far. And lately I've been wondering, what if I had a fight stick so terrifying at these events that it could freak out my opponents into just giving me the win right then and there? Sounds crazy, but you are one of the 3 stick builders that I've challenged to create a fight stick designed to scare the living crap out of anyone who sits down next to me, right? And once I get all 3 joysticks, I'll decide which ones that I think can strike the most fear into my opponent's hearts. So just wanted to wish you good luck and very excited to see what you can come up with.
Hey yo, say no more Anakin, thanks for the opportunity, but man, I'm about to bring my A game for this one. I can't wait to show you what I'm gonna cook up, so let's get it. Day 1, working on the most intimidating fight stick for our boy Anakin, and here's how I came up with the first draft of basically what I hope to become the final product. Now, I started off with the shape. I went for something really aggressive, modern, futuristic. I sketched out this particular shape and I started filling the details from there. Next up, I wanted to focus in on what's gonna make this personalized for Anakin. I'm gonna try to incorporate the aesthetics of his main character into the custom artwork that we're gonna do. I wanted to include a little bit of Anakin's ethnicity into the piece. So I'm gonna try to find like a Vietnamese pattern, maybe from like woodworking or a sword, and I'm gonna try to get it engraved into either like wood or just something that makes it a little bit more rustic, so you have the futuristic meeting the traditional. Now, being that Anakin reps the ATL and has honed his skills in the arcades of Atlanta, I wanted to bring that street vibe to the piece. So I'm a graffiti artist myself, so I'm gonna do a really dope like Anakin burner, and I'm gonna try to incorporate the skyline, make it really colorful and pop out too. So again, so we have this like futuristic vibe that's representing his character. We have the traditional vibe that's representing his ethnicity, and then we got the street vibe representing his hometown. So hopefully this goes well. Obviously I'm gonna go nuts with the parts, so I have my like preliminary list of parts that I wanna use, but this should be a fun build. All right, I'm gonna be sending this into the Red Bull team. Hopefully they like it and we can move forward from this point. All right, day 1, I'm out. All right guys, so we have the initial sketch load into my software here to actually engineer this file to make it a reality. Still went with that aggressive weapon-like, you know, just something that's gonna smack you in the face. Like when you see it, you're like, what the hell is that? That's the look that I was going for. I wanted to make this guy like a big boy stick, not something that's really compact. I wanted this to have a presence when you're using it and it's sitting on your lap. The next thing I did was highlight the stainless steel and the plexi portion. So remember, these are gonna be stainless steel, and this is gonna be your plexi panel with artwork that's gonna be underneath. I went with the classic noir button layout from Namco. It's the default button layout on their arcade cabinets and for Tekken. I actually like it because it's much more comfortable. There's a little bit more space between the lever and the buttons, and the arch of the actual buttons are much more ergonomic, and I think it's just more comfortable to play with. Now, the next thing that I had to do was actually engineer how to get the stick to be put together. So you're gonna see a support system that I had laid out underneath. So these rectangles here represent slots that the sides will be able to slot into and hold the structure together. Obviously, screw holes for the various things like the joystick and the PCB, and the sub layer where the joystick and the buttons actually get slotted through is all present. Now, I had to think about the bottom too. So this little rounded rectangle here will actually be transparent so we could see all the parts inside. So that will be a nice little touch and kind of highlight some of the hardware that's inside. Now, the cool part about the sides is that I figured out the pattern I'm going to use to pay homage to Anakin's ethnicity. So I went with this traditional pattern that's going to be laser etched into bamboo. So wood, acrylic, bamboo, stainless steel, plus all the hardware. And then I got to get this file over, break it all down so that each piece is cut exactly the way it's supposed to be for my laser cutter. So I gotta pray to God that this is gonna work, but I think we got this, guys. All right, moving on to the next thing. While we're waiting for the materials and the parts to come in, we had to get started on the artwork, so I tagged in my boy KleverART to cook up this insane mecha Anakin. Woo-hoo! Alright, but you know I had to come back and do my thing on the graphic design, so boom, lace this techie, edgy background, as well as my signature button layers. So it's got that graffiti vibe, the tech vibe, as well as some aggression in there. Bright, loud colors the way we do at JXK Designs. You know how we do. Here's a look at the bottom. We took the ink outline from the top. We got the jonyfraze logo. We got the JXK Designs logo. A little bit of the graphics that I've done. Nice and bright. Also in the middle here, remember this is going to be a cutout. So you're going to be able to see all the internal wiring and the buttons and the lights. It's going to be so dope, man. I also got a laser etched Anakin logo going on here too. So you guys get to see that on the final build. Continuing that theme from the top, you got the ATL skyline that I promised when I was drafting this up. As well as, boom, the burner we did for Anakin. Original wild style piece by yours truly. Got the little ATL badge in there. Whoo! And you know we had to put the boy Anakin on this one as well. Boom. If you notice, this one's a little different than the top because he's not wearing a mask. So this is what people are going to see when you're looking at him play from the outside. It's going to be kind of sick, man. So I'm pretty hyped about this. And don't forget, we got the bamboo sides with the engraving. We're going to build Anakin, the most godlike lever. This is made out of Teflon instead of that other ABS plastic stuff. Much more durable, much more smooth. Replaceable switches for every single input. You can also change the gram force and just get completely customized with this. Teflon rounded square gate. It's not a square, it's not a circle, it's a squircle? Is that even a word? But either way, Anakin's gonna get the benefits of a circle and a square, meaning that he can hit the corners, feel the corners, but still do a smooth 360 motion if he needed to. 12.5mm actuator, so he gets those crispy inputs. Inputs will come out lightning fast versus a stock lever. And it's also made out of Teflon, so it's gonna last a whole lot longer than your standard actuator. Two options of levers for Anakin. We got the bat top setup with a short shaft and a stainless steel pivot. What's up, guys? You don't ever even have to grease this thing, and it's gonna be buttery smooth. We also have a ball top setup if you want to swap into that. Teflon pivot on the stock shaft. Let's put this thing together. This thing's gonna be freaking godlike. Man, this lever costs more than most people's arcade sticks, so only the best for Anakin. So we're gonna use these translucent green micro switch based buttons. It's gonna allow for faster inputs and a super smooth tactile feel. For the PCB, we're gonna have access to play on PC, Xbox, Switch, PS3, and PS4, but it needs an add-on board for PS5, which happens to be freaking out of stock everywhere. But your boy been working really close with the manufacturer for a couple of years now doing reviews, so I think we in there. At this point, I have about 1 week until this bad boy is due, and I'm so happy that all the parts started coming in. We got the acrylic in. We got the bamboo sides in with the etching. All the parts are here. We also have the support structure as well as the stainless steel. But you know what? It's enough talking. It's go time. It's looking like the build is just about done, but no fight stick ever leaves my possession without proper testing in the lab, as well as blessing it with a win. I'm sorry, Anakin, I'm not a Tekken player, but I know you're gonna appreciate this comeback.
Woo! Let's go!
Happy to report the stick feels amazing, it plays amazing, and it's ready for Anakin to kick butt with.
Alright Anakin, we're all done with the build. Let me give you a quick tour of the most intimidating fight stick for Anakin, made by jonyfraze and JXK Designs. So I had a set of goals that I wanted to accomplish before building this thing. The first thing is that this guy needed to be intimidating, in your face. It also needed to have an aggressive weapon-like design to instill fear into your opponents. Now I wanted this to be a big size stick, but nothing too silly or goofy, and definitely something that you could still take to a tournament. I made sure to take no shortcuts in the parts that we used. They had to be the best available parts today so you can be at your optimal performance. Of course, we had to make this unique to you, so we made this 100% Anakin themed, using your character as a reference, your background, your neighborhood, your character. Hopefully we hit all those little points for you, and this is going to be 100% personalized for Anakin. Last thing was to make sure that this was future-proof for you, so you can continue using it down the line. So you're going to be good in all the modern consoles, including PS5 and Xbox Series X. Now the top panel, it features micro switch based buttons, not your typical switches that's found on the stock arcade sticks. The custom lever that we built, it combines the feel of both Japanese and Korean style levers. So you're going to be good whether you're playing 2D or 3D fighters. As for the visuals, we got the futuristic graphic design as well as the green accents to kind of pull it all together. We got you as a Mecha Anakin, so your opponent's gonna be like, yo, was that you on that stick? And you can be like, damn right. Lastly, we have the stainless steel sides. It's gonna add weight to the piece as well as give that menacing look for your opponents. As for the sides, we got the ATL skyline in there. Got your piece right over here. We paid homage to your Vietnamese ethnicity with the traditional engraved pattern on the bamboo. Reinforced USB panel right over here so that you don't have to worry about any of the cables breaking. We wanted the stick to instill fear, no doubt, but I also believe in balance. So the laughing Buddhas on the corners will bring calm, mindfulness, and peace during intense battles. On the bottom, we got these custom foam non-slip pads so that you don't have to worry about the sliding while you're playing. We also have the window cut panel with your name laser engraved in there so you can see all the dope tech inside. Last on the list, we have a braided USB cable as well as spare parts for your lever. Hey, yo Anakin, this was truly a pleasure building this beast for you. I cannot wait to see you body your opponents with this thing. Hopefully I checked off all the boxes on your list and I already feel sorry for your opponents. Without a doubt, this has to be the most intimidating fight stick ever.
Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed my fight stick building process. And make sure you guys check out the rest of the builds. Also, stay tuned to see Anakin's reaction and to see which one he's going to choose to be the most intimidating fight stick. Alright guys, this is jonyfraze signing out. Peace.